Hey everybody, Carla here, and I've got to tell you the story of the cravings that hit me this weekend. And I think that the word hit is really, not it. It wasn't hit. I was choked. I was beat up. I was smacked around. It was some serious stuff. Because of that, and this story that I'm about to tell you, I need to swear. Now, I, as a rule, usually do not swear in my videos, but you've got to understand the intensity of what I was feeling this weekend, so I'm gonna drop an F-bomb or two. So those of you who are sensitive, you may not want to watch this one. If you're cool with me, then hang with me because you'll get the point. I really want to talk about this to illustrate how you've got to deal with your cravings. And I'm not just talking about the mind hunger that just subtly messes with you. I'm talking about when you get smacked like this. I will move heaven and earth for that pizza. Yeah, that's what happened to me this weekend. Saturday is the day that I would normally weigh myself. And I stepped on the scale Saturday mornings. I'm like 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm up, I'm up. And I'm like, okay, well, you don't have anything in your system. Let's get clear. Let's weigh yourself and see how you're doing. Stepped on the scale. The batteries were dead. So I figured, all right, later on today, I'll have somebody watch the bean and I'll go to CVS and pick up some batteries. I had AAA batteries in the house, AA batteries in the house, but no AAA. Later in the day, I don't know, around 2 o'clock, I figured, let me give the bean to my dad, and, and then start to plan my trip to CVS. And it was this subtle train that affected me. I got this taste for Fritos. Just plain, ordinary, the original Fritos. And it wasn't like, I could get some Fritos. It was, holy shit, I need some Fritos. It just came out of the blue. It shocked me. It choked me. Oh, Carla, you need Fritos. It was stunning. It was stunning how bad it hit me. Now, I had been eating Fritos while I was pregnant. So I figure that I probably hit a toxin pocket and just got smacked in the face. Holy shit. And then I started planning for the Fritos. You know how your mind goes. You know how the justification begins to hit, right? I thought, I'm going to go to CVS. Now, this is my regular neighborhood CVS that I always go to. It was the one that I went to when I was pregnant. It was the one that sold the Fritos, the big bag, not the small bag, the big bag of Fritos, over there in the corner before you even get to the snack aisle. I know exactly where it is. This is the CVS I was going to pick up my batteries. So my brain says, all you have to do is walk into the CVS, pick up the batteries. On your way to the snack aisle, pick up the big bag of Fritos, circle back, come around, pay for the Fritos, pay for the batteries, open the bag of Fritos, walk out the door, and get into the car. That's where you can eat the Fritos, because if you eat the food in the car, it doesn't count. You're not actually eating it at a table. You're eating it in the car on the way to somewhere, so it's not an actual meal. But the justification is that when you go home, you can have some juice. So you're not really falling off the wagon. You're just kind of satisfying that craving, and you know that it will be okay. I know y'all have gone through this. I am not the only person. And I'm telling you, that is exactly the scenario that kept playing in my head. That's what my brain kept telling me. Damn it, girl, you need Fritos, and this is exactly what you can do. You gotta leave the house anyway to go pick up some batteries. You need to be able to tell people how much weight you've lost, so go ahead and do that. It'll be okay. They'll forgive you. You'll forgive you. It'll be just fine, right? And then my brain clicked into logical gear and said, do not leave the fucking house. Do not leave the fucking house. Because if you leave the house, you're Fritos bitch. Plain and simple. If you leave the house, you're Fritos' bitch. So I didn't leave the house. And that's why I did not weigh myself on day 7. I weighed myself on day 10. Because even the next day, when you feeling the twinges, you're feeling the twang of, you know, maybe I'm feeling a little bit calmer than I did yesterday, but the Fritos is still kind of lingering and no. No, I sent somebody else to go and get me the damn batteries because I'm like, no, I'm not even going to touch the CVS. I'm not even going there. And the thing is that during this, today is day 14, during this, day 13, during this cleanse, it's been really cool. I mean, I've gone into restaurants to get meals for other people that, you know, and still been just fine. But this was overwhelming. This was like take control of your brain kind of craving. And I didn't leave the house. I knew that if I did, it was just gonna be on. So what do you do in that moment? You have to take control, and you feel like you can't when you're kind of swimming with the current or trying to fight the current. You can. What I did was I ended up breathing, and then I went to this kitchen. I made myself some ginger tea. I drank my tea, and then I made my juice. I didn't have juice made, which was another thing that was just like, that was my day to make juice. So it was another thing that could have justified actually going out and getting the Fritos. Because, well, you don't have juice made. You can go ahead and just, no. I made my juice. I made my juice for 2 days. The process of making juice is one of those that just kind of puts you back in that mode too, because you're cutting up your vegetables, you're cutting up your fruit, you're putting it on this all on the chute, and you're breathing through the process. You've got to do something else to distract yourself in the moment of the craving. And you've got to make the decision that the Fritos are not worth it. Plain and simple. They're not worth it. This is when you've got to pull on something stronger in order to make it through. My stronger statement that always gets me through times of trouble is my baby will never know a fat mommy. Never. He just hit 2 months old. The bean is 2 months. He just hit 2 months old. He's not going to remember this point. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to remember this early time. And when we get to when he's 2 and 3 and he wants to race around the playground and he wants to race around the house and he wants to do all these things and activities, and I will have the energy to play with him. I will have the energy to twist and turn and play and run and all of that. He will never know a fat mommy. And so when the Fritos comes up and the Fritos makes me think that it's okay to have the big, I mean, all by myself, the big, huge bag of Fritos. That's okay to have that. You can have that in some juice. You'll be fine. No. I pull my stronger statement. The bean will never know a fat mommy. And I go and drink some juice. There's got to be something like that for you that pulls you through. It's something like, I've done this a million times before and this is the time that's going to work. You do it for your kids. You do it for your husband. You do it for your energy, your health, yourself. Something has got to pull you through so that you can decide, I am not going to leave the fucking house. And you're not going to do it. You're going to be strong. You're going to make your juice and you're going to get through it. So tell me what that is for you, because I'm dying to know. It was so funny later. When you're in it, it sucks. When, you know, later, it was funny. And I made it through, and today is day 13, and I don't have to say to you, oh, I fell off the wagon. I don't have to say to myself, oh, I fell off the wagon, but it's okay, I'm back on. No, not this time. 100 days or a bust. I'll see you later.